Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to have this opportunity to present my paper. Before starting the presentation, I will introduce myself. My name is Eliani. I am Community Development Officer from Human Resource Training Center, Village, Undeveloped Areas, and Transmigration. Okay, first, my paper is about coastal community empowerment strategy through social capital approach in effort to strengthen the community in Sumberjaya Fisherman Village, Bengkulu. The introduction. Indonesia is the largest archipelago country in the world, with approximately 18,000 islands and 70% of Indonesian total area is the sea. With the coastline is 18,000 kilometers, contain high economic potential. So far, it is a fact that in Indonesia, marine potential has not been optimally managed. Management of marine potential that has not been optimal also occurs in the province of Bengkulu. Bengkulu City is the capital of Bengkulu province, which is in the southern part of Sumatra, which is directly adjacent to the Indian Ocean and form a coastline of 520 uh, 25 kilometers. Gross domestic product in Bengkulu City is still dominated by the agriculture sectors, followed by the trade, hotel, and the restaurant sectors. With the characteristic of the coastal area, Bengkulu City should be able to develop the marine, tourism, fishery, and transportation industry even more rapidly. Fisherman Village in Bengkulu. In 2016, the Bengkulu provincial government built a program of 7 fishermen villages, which aimed to improve the welfare of fishermen. This village was built on the 11-hectare land grant from PT Pelindo. One of them is the Sumberdaya Fisherman Village. The Sumberjaya Fisherman Village, Badan Pusat Statistik in 2010 note that most of the people who work in the field of capturing fishery are still not professionals. My research problem is how empowerment strategy for coastal communities through the social capital in effort to strengthen the economy in the fisherman village. My method, observe, observe, observing social phenomena in the problem of poverty in the Sumberjaya fishing village community in the city of Bengkulu, I refer to previous research as a method. Okay, we will talk about my analysis. The Sumberjaya Fishing Village or Fisherman Village in Bengkulu is a village formed due to activity in the field of fishery as a fishing community in the coastal community consisting of 78 families. A total of 45 families as a fisherman, 3 families as a boat owners, 20 families as a fisherman workers, and 10 families as the other workers. The poverty characteristic of the Sumberjaya fishing village can be seen from their daily condition. Okay, let's talk about poverty in Sumberjaya fisherman village. In my article, um, first, the background of poverty. Poverty among labor fishermen in Sumberjaya village has been going on for a long time. The poor are generally immigrant from the immigrant. They do not have asset in the form of land and a place to live, and so many of them choose the rent a house with a size of 3.5 meters. Most of these rented houses are owned by ship owners, where the fishermen work. Foundation of the house is only made of board and with a cement floor. The rent that must be paid range from 100,000 rupiahs until 300,000 rupiahs per month for one bed. And then the structural poverty. The structural poverty in fishermen families in Bengkulu are dominated by of a cantrang and charter boats owned by wealthy skippers who become rival for small fishermen in catching fish. Before the existence of cantrang boats around fishing operation area, the income of a small fisherman was quite a burden. Cantrang boats equipped with modern fishing gear have a negative effect on the catch of small fishermen. And then the wife in poverty. The actually condition of poverty in the fishing village community, because most of them is head of family work as a fisherman. The level of work productivity depends on natural conditions such as weather and high waves. And the wife, as a housewife who does not help her husband on material, adds to the cause of the high poverty. And then social capital as potential. The manufacture that trigger poverty in coastal communities in Sumber Jaya fishing village, there is also potential that can be developed through empowerment by strengthening social capital. Social capital in Sumber Jaya fisherman village, let's say we can say in trust, norms, and network. In the three pillars, community empowerment through housewife in social capital, in the research of Asnaini et al., the fisherman wife in the Sumber Jaya fishing village are mostly housewives. The social capital within three pillars that I talked before, social capital in fishing village is quite close. One of the activity carried out by housewife is the tackling assembly. Community empowerment through housewife is one of the right strategy for coastal community. Community empowerment through housewives in social capital views. Mothers is the cornerstone of the family foundation. By empowering mothers to increase critical awareness, the purpose of change can occur in empowering the economy of coastal community. Collaboration between government institution, religion institution, and family institution is needed. That I wrote in my article that stage of empowering housewife by strengthening social capital. First, training, and then accompaniment, and then capital, business network, and the new idea is learning community through learner videos. There is my conclusion. The social capital approach is one of the basic components in addition to natural research capital, human and financial capital. The three pillars of social capital like trust, norms, and network can be a double-edged sword when it comes to a condition of poverty that occurs in coastal communities. Social capital that is too strong will make it easy to share view on poverty, such as the slogan, enough fish, take a cup, and then relax. But social capital can also play a role in the process of empowering coastal communities through the role of housewife. By empowering mothers to increase critical awareness, the purpose of change can occur in empowering the economic of coastal communities. Collaboration between government institution, religion institution, and family institution is needed. Collaboration in development. That I start with collaboration. It is government institution has a role to developing entrepreneurship, training programs, mentoring and capital, and making learning videos. And a religion institution can be facilitating to tackling assembly is an impetus to strengthening the three pillars of social capital, which can be a means of empowering coastal communities. Family institution, the role of the mother herself in the family institution that is able to encourage change to build children's critical awareness in viewing life. And the new idea is learning community, agent of change, who can set an example through the learning video, can rise the spirit of mothers, and provide ongoing assistance to training programs that have been implemented and can be a new solution in seeing the potential of coastal communities in Bajaya, Fisherman Village. The social capitalist approach is one of the basic components. In addition, national research capital, human and financial. And I always say that collaboration in empowering the economic coastal community is with government institution, religion institution, and family institution is needed. That is my presentation. Thank you. I am Eliani Esos. Uh, Thank you so much.